When you tell your customers that at Cutco we make the best knives in the world, that's quite a statement. And we have the proof to back it up. To be the best, a knife must be sharp the first time it's used, sharper than any competitor's product, and it must retain that sharp edge for a very long time, longer than any other knife. A sharp knife is easier to use, more efficient and safe. In the Cutco test lab in Olean, New York, we conduct comparative testing, evaluating our blades and those of other manufacturers. In this first series of tests, we'll see how Cutco's straight-edge knives compare with other high-quality straight-edge knives. The test was developed by the Cutlery and Allied Trades Research Association, and this instrument, the Catra machine, provides a standard method of testing sharpness and edge retention. In the machine are special sheets of cardboard made with sand. This 5% sand content speeds up the dulling process. As this Cutco knife slices into the cardboard, the initial cut measures out-of-package sharpness. The machine continues to measure the thickness of each cut in millimeters. A computer keeps track of the results. As the knife slices into the cardboard, a total of 60 strokes, the machine indicates how quickly the knife is dulling. The final stroke measures edge retention, which is the sharpness of the edge after long-term use, specifically 60 cuts through the sand-impregnated cardboard. The same test is conducted using the straight-edge knives of two major manufacturers, Wüsthof and Henkel's. We tested Henkel's Twin Select and 5-star lines as well as the Wüsthof Classic. Out of package in the first slice, the Cutco knife cut through the most cardboard, 46.1 millimeters. The Henkel's Twin Select was second at 31.7 millimeters. The Wüsthof cut through 29 millimeters, and the Henkel 5-star only cut through 27.5. Of these three competitors, the Cutco chef knife was sharpest right out of the package. Regarding long-term use, simulated by 60 strokes through the cardboard, the Henkel 5-star was able to slice a total of 178 millimeters. The Henkel Twin Select, 233 millimeters. The Wüsthof Classic cut through a total of 345 millimeters. As for the Cutco chef knife, it sliced through the most of all, a total of 431 millimeters. That's 25% more than the nearest competitor. Superior out of the package, the leader over the long run, the best is Cutco. In the next test, we compare the Cutco Double D Stay Sharp knife with a high-quality straight-edge blade knife. In this machine, we have a nylon rope that's 3/16 of an inch in diameter. By slicing through this rope, we measure how well a knife cuts when it is used for the first time. This is another method of testing out-of-package sharpness. We have secured a competitor's best straight-edge knife in the vise. As the machine moves the knife against the rope, we see it takes 2 strokes to cut the rope. Next, we look at how well this same knife retains sharpness. We test on glass cutting boards because it is the ultimate test for a cutting edge. Glass is an extremely hard, abrasive surface and is very damaging to a knife edge. However, at home, we highly recommend using a wood or plastic cutting board. Proper care and use will prolong the edge life of both your Cutco straight edge and Double D knives. 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts. Cutting is becoming more difficult. 4 cuts, 5 cuts, 6 cuts, and by the 7th attempt, the knife is so dull it can't cut through the leather. We place the knife back in the edge test machine to see how much damage has been done by cutting on the glass surface. After just 7 strokes on the glass cutting board, the knife cannot slice through the nylon rope. Even after 60 strokes, the knife still has not cut through the rope. Now, we'll put the Cutco Double D to the test. We begin by measuring out-of-package sharpness. The Double D easily slices through the rope in 1 stroke. On the glass cutting board, We use the Double D to slice through the same leather strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're cutting up a second leather strip and still going strong. Let's really try to dull this knife by raking it directly over the glass cutting board. It's still going, still able to cut the leather strip. In out-of-package sharpness and on the very abrasive glass surface, the Cutco Double D maintains its sharpness and ability to cut. In fact, there is no apparent dulling or damage to the Double D after dozens, even hundreds of cuts. Why does the Double D retain its sharp edge while the straight edge knife quickly dulls? The cutting edge on the straight edge knife comes in direct contact with the surface. In most cases, it is the surface on which you are cutting and not the food that dulls the knife edge. In contrast, the edge of a Double D is not one blade, but a series of 3 aggressive cutting edges. The points protect these recessed cutting edges from coming in contact with surfaces such as glass, bones, and metal that can quickly dull the knife. Simply the best. The Double D Stay Sharp Recessed Edge. Cutco straight edge knives are superior to any other, and there's nothing to compare to the Cutco Double D. Side by side, how do these knives measure up? Cutco straight edge knives are sharper out of package than the Double D edge knives. However, when we look at edge retention, the Double D edge is far superior to a straight edge. The Double D made almost twice the number of cuts the straight edge was able to make. No matter how sharp a straight edge knife is out of package, it will dull under normal household use and require periodic sharpening. Why don't all Cutco knives have the Double D edge? A straight edge knife is the best choice when a smooth, precise cut is required, such as paring and garnishing. The long straight edge on the chef knife makes prepping salads and stir-fry vegetables a breeze. The Double D edge is the perfect utility knife for more aggressive jobs, cutting pepperoni, slicing boneless meats, carving around bones, and sectioning grapefruits and oranges. Customers truly appreciate the lasting sharpness of the Double D edge. It remains sharp for a very, very long time before requiring sharpening. Over the years, customers have come to rely on their super shears for reliable service, and we want to make sure the super shears will never let them down. In fact, last for generations. So we designed a machine that tests the cutting ability and quality of shears. Right now, we have a set of super shears in the machine. We use standard cardboard as the test media because it will dull cutting edges very quickly. This machine has been running for more than 400,000 cuts. Let's see how these shears have held up after such intense use. The cutting edges show very little wear, and the bolt is only slightly loose, certainly expected after 400,000 cuts. To put that number in perspective, 400,000 cuts is comparable to sectioning a chicken every week for 300 years, or making 200 cuts every week for 38 years. We wanted to see just how long the Cutco super shears would actually last, so we placed a new pair of super shears into the cutting machine. Even after 1 million cuts, this pair of super shears was still going strong, validating our forever guarantee. In these series of tests, we've evaluated the amazing quality of Cutco knives and the super shears. These are facts you can share with your customers when introducing them to Cutco, the world's finest cutlery.